Hello and welcome to Your Gov Non-Part, Political Science and Government for Everyone. And we'd like to welcome you to Episode 2 on Presidential Proclamations. As we had discussed in Episode 1, we will break this down into the ceremonial and the substantive. Now, ceremonial proclamations do not necessarily mean they are just for ceremony. Some are, and some carry a great deal of weight in the actions of the country as statements of policy and marching orders to the military. But to start with, the more purely ceremonial, the observance of Cesar Chavez Day. Now, Cesar Chavez was a Latino civil rights leader who died in the 1990s. He does not have a legal holiday for his birthday, although it has been proposed. So every year since, I think, 1964, the president has proclaimed his birthday, March 31st, Cesar Chavez Day, in honor of this civil rights leader's birthday. Another good example is in October, on the 11th, for General Pulaski, a hero of the American Revolution. He was wounded and died of his wounds at the Siege of Savannah in 1779, and General Pulaski actually has a statue in his honor, one of the 5 large bronze statues in Lafayette Park across Pennsylvania Avenue from the White House. And that statue and that day, which is made every year by Presidential Proclamation, is to honor General Pulaski and the Polish people of America and their contribution to our society. Another good example of a presidential proclamation for a holiday, which is an observance, not a legal holiday, but we still consider it a holiday, is United Nations Day. This is October 24th, and again, it is done every year by presidential proclamation. We declare that day United Nations Day. Now, regardless of your feelings about the United Nations, we are a signatory to the United Nations. We host the large facility in New York City, and it is a presidentially proclaimed holiday every year in October. Now, there are ceremonial, technically called ceremonial, proclamations, which are much more serious statements of policy. Now, to keep this simple, and something I'm probably going to mention in many of these videos, and that is the Emancipation Proclamation signed by President Lincoln in 1863. It was not a law. The Emancipation Proclamation was an order to the United States Armed Forces to treat all liberated enslaved peoples as freemen. It was not a law ending slavery, and it did not make these people citizens. It was marching orders to treat the enslaved peoples that were liberated as freemen. So you can see how, even though considered a technically ceremonial proclamation, that it can have a great deal of force and effect on our nation, on our economy, and on our history. So hopefully this helps you understand a little bit more about what ceremonial proclamations are. In the next segment on substantive, we will discuss in greater detail what legal holidays are versus observances, because those are substantive proclamations. We'd like to thank you for watching this episode of Your Gov Non-Parts issue on Presidential Proclamations. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you'll take time to pick subscribe above. You can find us on Facebook. You can also find us on MoTube, where you can put in your cell phone number and get instant updates every time we post a new video. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. We'll get back to you just as soon as we possibly can. We hope you'll take time to rate this video. Hopefully you'll like it, but if you dislike it, say so. And as always, thank you for watching.